Welcome to another video with the Motorla Moto 360 smartwatch, which we have seen in Berlin and of course a few days before since it was announced. And it's quite a beautiful smartwatch. It was, I think, the first one which has a round display with, of course, Android Wear installed already. So it's quite a beautiful timepiece, you could say, and it costs only 250 bucks, which is not even that expensive. We have it available in black and white. We have both versions right here. You can see, of course, both look quite beautiful, and they are shipped with either this black leather band or this silver color leather band, which are, of course, both real leather. It says Horween leather right here on the bottom, and they look quite beautiful and have both here this little golden ring with the one button around it. And yeah, we will actually check out the silver one a little bit more than the black one, but you can see how beautiful both are. I heard from a lot of people that they think it's too thick, but I'm actually wearing, for example, here a Casio Edify smartwatch, or a lot of Rolexes, also not that slim. If you check that out in terms of slimness or thickness, let me put them both right next to each other this way. You will see that actually the Motorla is quite slim, you could say, because this one is really a lot thicker and heavier, but of course mainly because we have a metal band there. A lot of people ask me, why don't you use a metal band why didn't Motorla use a metal band on this one? They actually have one available with metal, but it's a little bit tricky because there's a Bluetooth antenna right here at the band, and it can be maybe has a little bit worse of a connection to the smartphone, which would be, of course, bad, because actually most of the features that you want to use on the Moto 360 have something to do with the internet connection on your Android phone. It doesn't even need to be an Android, a Motorola Moto X or a Moto G. It can be any Android phone with Android 4.3 and above, so they need to have just the KitKat version of Android, which is actually quite nice. Here with, of course, the Google Universe. Also here you can see stainless steel is here, not only here on the big piece in the middle, and also we have a heart rate sensor here in the back. It's water resistant to IP67, and the stainless steel has a 316L certification, which means it's especially durable also in chlor-based water. So if you take it to the swimming pool, again, nothing much will happen to the watch. So you can leave it on, but only for half an hour with up to 1 meter of depth. So you can see there's no connectors anywhere to charge it, because we have actually wireless charging module here, which we have to use to charge the phone. So if I just put it right here, you will see that it goes into the charging mode, where it shows me what time it is and how many percent we have. And then it dims itself a little bit down, and now you can't actually see it that the screen is still on, but it's actually still on. So in the office you will see still the same thing you saw before when I just put it into the dock like this. But as I said, it's too bright out here, but it's not that bad. It's bright because you would use probably your as you would use your smartphone, also your watch, also outside. And as you can see here, you can see everything quite nicely, but it's in German right now, so let me actually switch the language, which is only possible on the smartphone. So let me do it right there. Takes a second, doesn't even need to restart anything, just have to go from German to not United Kingdom, but English right there. And then I hope the phone will be, yes, also here in English. Perfect. 33 steps. And so on and so on. No, actually there's not everything in English. It's quite interesting. Now this is one interesting thing to see here, that we have everything. Actually I know why, because it's a demo version, and we have some demo cards here in Google Now that I need to close all and then send some new ones from the watch. So you have here your things. There we go. So I sent a bunch of cards now from the phone to the smartwatch. Of course this wouldn't usually happen, but this is of course a demo version, so I can do that. Otherwise I would have to do all kinds of work, like manipulate the weather, manufacture a flight, and so on and so on, that I have to take. So you can see now that we have some cards in the bottom, which I can just easily open up. Like for example, that we have medium traffic right now on our street. I can just close it up. I don't want to see that anymore. Otherwise, I can see stocks. Also not interesting. Winter storm warning. I hope not, because the sun is shining right now. But again, this is just manufactured. And then there is birthday. I can check in at Pineapple Seas. And I can also check my flight, which I quite like, because you can just swipe to the right, have your QR code for your seating right there, which you can just put your hand down on the reader. And also you can see again your name and ticket number and what place you are sitting on, which is again quite handy. And you can open that, of course, all up on your phone also, which is important if you want to maybe show the stewardess that it's a real ticket. You can also set up notifications, of course, and so on and so on. These are just a few options here that I showed you, and you can also always just do a gesture like that. Oops. And then the screen should turn off, or doesn't. Maybe just in a few things here it should do it definitely. Now if you ask yourself, it doesn't work right now, why I do this with my hand, actually there is some sensors here on the bottom, so they see how much sun is coming in, for example, and for gestures like what I just did. So we can just, for example, go into the settings by tapping the middle. We could now give it something to do, but I don't want to do that. I want to go all the way to the end to the settings to show you guys a little bit what you can do here with the smartwatch. Like for example, we can adjust the brightness. It's an auto brightness right now, so this is the brightest one. And now a little bit problem is that actually you can go back by swiping it to the right. Then we have the ambient screen, airplane mode, power off, restart, reset device, and change watch face. I can change the watch face easily like that, and I can just go here through a few ones. You can download more from the App Store, but you have to use your smartphone for that. These are just the regular ones here that are installed. Let's maybe, for example, choose that one, and then you have a brand new watch face right there. You can't close the notifications here, but you can open them up by pressing on them. I think what I just did didn't work. There we go, and then you can just read them. So we're able to see there's a few options actually when I scroll down here, like taking a note, show my steps, even show my heart rate. I told you guys there's a heart rate sensor inside here. We will try that in a second. You can send a text message, email somebody, check your agenda, navigate, which we will try in a second. Let's look for a beer garden, for example. You can of course use it as a stopwatch and alarm watch and so on and so on. It even knows how to vibrate. So let's, for example, navigate to the Hofbräu house. Navigate to the Hofbräu house by foot. As you can see here on the side there's a microphone, and I didn't even have to speak loud. And yeah, I didn't check the Hofbräu house because it's a German word. Navigate to the main station by foot. Let's try something easier. Biceps. So it gives me some advertisement right here, which is quite strange. Let's try that again. Navigate to the main station. So it then gives me some advice. Okay, what should I choose? Europe car, Munich, some hotel, something else. Okay, let's just try Europe car, which is also at the main station. And then if you don't do anything, it will choose driving, which is alright by now. And then actually what will happen is your smartphone turns on and it starts calculating also the route on that one. So you can see calculating route, turns a little bit off. And then actually it should open up here Google Maps and calculating the route. Let's just do it this way. If you start navigation on your smartphone, you can see then it starts it also on your smartwatch. Should work also the other way around. Didn't do it right now, don't know why. And then you can just go here to the right and see how many minutes it takes to the Hofbräu house, which I was looking at first. And you can change the travel mode from driving to bicycling to walking. Walking was fine with me. Right. You can exit the navigation and also mute the app, because the smartphone would just talk with me right now, because there's no speaker actually here inside the smartwatch. Let's exit the navigation and do something else. Like, for example, we can check our heart rate, or maybe write a note. Let's write a note. Note: buy milk tomorrow. It's thinking and thinking. Buy milk, saving as a note, saved as a note, and now the note is saved on the smartphone. You can also check it later here on your device as a card tomorrow when it's important. So let's try actually that heart rate sensor. Let me go here into the menu and open up the heart rate thingy. There we go. I have to put it on my hand like that. And it should check my heart rate. Saying it should because it says still working, and on my German video it didn't want to work. Maybe it works now. Yeah, something's wrong. I have to hold my arm steady, and maybe it doesn't work because I haven't strapped it on. So let me try strapping it on here just for the demo. Like that. Let's rescan. Hope you can see something. It worked in the Motorola guys demo, so I guess with the final version it should work, but right now this maybe because it's a demo version it doesn't. Let's continue with the black one, but actually there's not much to continue. I already showed you guys that there is of course all kinds of interesting things that you can do, like for example get of course emails, archive it, reply to it, and so on and so on. This is in German right now, but you were able to see that of course it also works all in English. So this was my review, you could say, to the Motorola Moto 360. I wish it would have a longer battery life than about a day. It actually does have a longer battery life if you won't use your Bluetooth connection, but otherwise beautiful phone. The price is completely alright, and yeah, just thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out also my Amazon link on the bottom to find out where to buy this phone and also to support me. Till next time, don't forget to subscribe.